to the Scamslam channel. I'm here to bring you content from both shady and some not so shady individuals on TikTok. Ever scrolled through your For You page and come across a sketchy scam or a questionable character? Well, you're not alone, and that's where I come in. On this channel, I'll be diving deep into the world of TikTok to expose scams, scammers, and problematic content to steer clear of. From beggars, scammers, fakers, liars, abusers, and awareness creators that you watch, I'll be here to share it all. I'll be doing it all through showing live streams and adding in comments where appropriate. Be sure to look out for those red flags. So if you want to stay informed on what's really going on in the world of TikTok, then hit that subscribe button and join me on this wild ride. Let's expose the truth together, and reminder, don't send money to anyone on TikTok.
Oh. I love you, baby. I love you. Yes, I love you. I love you, yeah. Hello. I love you, yes. I love you. He's especially cuddly today. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness, yes. Oh, goodness. That was a me hair. It was attached to my head. Yes. I just, I know, baby. He wants to be cuddled like this. Gosh. Oh. Okay. Yes? Are you a good boy? No. Yes. Yes. Hello. Yes. Oh, goodness. Here they come, walking down the street, the funniest faces that you'll ever meet. Hey, hey, it's the troll babies. Love to put strangers down. They're not very nice people. Make everybody a friend. Yes. Yes. Sourpuss. Oh. What was that look for? Are you watching a squirrel? Oh, yes, you are watching. There's your squirrel up in the tree. Look at this. Say hi, Clay. Jeez. You get bigger every day. Yes, you do. My goodness. Aww. Hello. So let's try not to jump on me today, okay? I think you can give me one damn day off. I know, isn't he adorable? He's my baby. He's my baby. Oh, goodness. to my viewers to share your live and like and invite friends. Yeah, that might not be a good idea. That might not go well. Hi, Jennifer. Nice to meet you. Ooh, Diamond Girl. What a cool name. Diamond Girl, you sure do shine. Glad I found you. Glad you're mine. I loved Seals and Crofts when I was a kid. I miss folk rock. I love it. I loved it. Is that a word for grandmother? Girl, you don't look old enough to be a grandmother. That can't be right. No, no, no. So, not for nothing, but somebody already messaged me this morning defending presenting a paid job website as offering assistance. Okay? So, let's talk a little bit about the job websites and how the internet works. Okay? You get a certain amount of money from Google. After your website is established, you've got a commercial website, right? You're going to make a certain amount of money just for getting clicks. But your website has to be your domain and exist for a certain amount of time. So a paid job website is making money that way. Then they sign up for the Google ads. Okay? And they get money when people click on the ad. So every time you click on a Temu ad or fresh food or, whatever, your favorite jewelry site, that company is making money from your clicks. Okay? You don't have to buy anything. You just click. And they're making money. They're making money from Google for those ad clicks. Okay? So, say I have a paid job website and I put Google ads on there. Every time you go to visit K Jewelers or something from my website, I'm getting paid from Google. And Google gets their money from the advertisers who put up the ads. Okay? Thank you, Lucy. And the way the job site works is you code it one time. You allow a search to happen in the code so that it gives you a listing of remote listed jobs or whatever specific type of job a person enters in the search bar on your website, and those ads or those jobs come up. They're not curated by a human being. They're not double checked to make sure they're not scams. They're just listings that hit a certain number of keywords. So code it one time and it keeps working, okay? So there's no money involved in making the quote-unquote algorithm do anything. You enter your information, you upload your resume, and out it goes automatically because the site has been coded to do that for you. One time, you pay for the coding one time. And if you have half a brain, you pay some college kids $50 and a keg of beer or something to code the website for you. And you're done. Or, if you want to be really, really sexy about it, you hire a coder in Ukraine. That's where most of the English-speaking coders are. And they work for pennies. So, to say that a website needs to be paid in order to have the algorithm push out your resume is disingenuous at worst. Naive at best. It means you don't know how this works, okay? If you have a specialized enough skill, you go to a headhunter, they put together your resume, they find you interviews, they negotiate your contract, and for the next 2 years, they make 1 to 2% of your salary. And you're going to get top dollar that way. But under no circumstances do you pay a website for job listings. It's a scam. S-C-A-M. Okay? If they're not making money off of Google Ads, then they are making money off of websites who want to promote their job listings over under other people. They are not curating the job listings. They're not checking to make sure that the job listings themselves are not scams. Do not pay for job listings. It's a scam. Yep, me too. Yep, I've been looking for a job for the past over a year. Since I started welding school not last August, the August before that. Yep. It's awful. Absolutely awful. I know. And the government keeps allowing them to expand the HB1 or something, hiring practices. So they're hiring more and more workers from India. I was just reading an article about it last night. I thought the whole point of this nonsense was to not have American jobs given to non-citizens. There's a lot of jobs. There's a lot of shitty jobs. A lot of jobs that pay $11 an hour. Why would you be hateful enough to insist somebody better than nothing? No, it's not, because now you've locked yourself into wasting your time at a job that isn't going to even pay your rent or your house payment. Yeah, I know I'm not the only one in this situation. But damn it, if this isn't reason to be angry, what is? And why are we shaming people who are in this situation when 60% of the country is in this spot? Why would you tell people just, well, work harder? I'm thinking, there's a lot of boomers and Xers out there who don't realize the world has changed around them. Yep. I agree, Jen. Oh. I had a nosebleed this morning. But hi, Gracie. No, the baby doesn't want to see the treats. Baby wants to sit in my lap, wants to sit on my shoulder, and he's kind of heavy. So I love him, but I cannot cuddle this cat 24 hours a day. I just can't. He'll lay down in a minute. Yes, I know. Yeah. Here, let me fix you a little treat. Okay, so let's do that, and then we will do this. Huh? They're not solid pieces anymore because you guys beat the bag up. Yeah, here we go. There we go. And that is Sourpuss. She smells these. She goes nuts for those. They're freeze-dried pieces of fish. And my cats don't even like treats, and they love these things. So, 10/10 would recommend. So, I've been, asking for ideas for getting a job for over a year, and I keep hearing, well, just go get one. Go to work at McDonald's. I'm like, why are you people so hateful? God. Nobody can live on what you make at McDonald's. Thank you. Have a peaceful day. I hope it's tolerable for you. For those of you coming into the live, things are not going well for me. It would take too long to explain. Although I do occasionally explain. Yes, I'm in my car. I got, I don't want to say fired. The contract ended for the temp job I was working Friday. I didn't find out till 20 minutes before 5. Yeah, minimum wage isn't enough. $15 isn't enough. That's pre-COVID. We're up to, 25 or 30 now to live. I don't want to say comfortably, because that conjures images of nice furniture and a beautiful home, and that's not true. Just living in a cheap apartment and driving a beater. I know a lot of people log in here and say, I make $18 an hour and I'm sleeping in my car. Because I can't afford an apartment. Thank you, MAGA. This is the world you've given us. And now you're mad when we ask for help. Yeah, and people are steady telling me to give up my house and go rent an apartment. Apartments here are $1,400, $1,600 a month for one person. And that's not a one-bedroom apartment. You don't get your own space with that much money. What you end up doing is renting a room in an apartment with 4 other people. For $1,400 a month. And it doesn't include utilities. Why aren't people angrier about this? Why do we treat people who ask for help like dirt? See, look at that. One small bed, no utilities. That's awful. And these grannies log in here. They have no idea how bad it is out here. Because they've got their little house paid for, their little trailer, or wherever the fuck they're living, and they're collecting their check, and you should collect a check too. I live just fine on $15,000 a year. And I'm like, holy crap, what is wrong with you? So here's the deal, guys. We should be looking and buying a piece of land and starting to build our own homes. Do you know it's so easy to build a home? Sears used to sell kits. They would send you a crate. And everything to build the damn house was in the box, including the directions in English. And you could buy floor plans, and you could make changes, and you could elevate or sink a living room or whatever you needed to do. They have no idea how bad it is here. They don't understand BlackRock. They think all you have to do is bootstrap, bootstrap, bootstrap. Guess you need to do what you don't want to do. Guess you need to work harder. There are people who have been in this fucking live telling me that ignorant shit. Yep. Sure have. They don't know what it is to be overwhelmed. Absolutely overwhelmed. And then because I'm in here talking about it, oh, all you do is whine and cry. Yep, that's true. Well, I guess I can take these pieces of shit off my glasses. Hey, yeah, I'm in college. You want to help me pay for it? It's only $4,000 a semester. And that's remote college. You're nowhere. What does that mean? Is that an insult or what? I'm a psych major at a major university online. Well, you're coming in here and talking like it's so easy. You don't want to address the fact that when you went to college, or when you were old enough to go to college was 15 fucking dollars a credit hour, and now it's more like 1,500. You don't want to talk about that. Because bootstrap. It's all your fault that you're not succeeding. Oh, it took a whole year. Oh, you poor put upon thing, you. I've been trying to finish college since I was 15 years old. I don't want to hear it. 66, where did you go? Boston College? Harvard? It $66K a year for me. Well, that was either a dumb move or somebody helped you, because nobody comes out of high school making $66,000 a year. And if you got one of the government's predatory loans, well, oh, congratulations. Here we go. All you had to do was military time and you could have had college. Do you know how many people got defrauded out of their military educations because the government wouldn't pay it, wouldn't honor those contracts? Google it, man. It's a thing. Well, good for you. That has nothing to do with the rest of us. My cousin now owes $75,000. Yeah, one of the... Yep. I had two cousins who went to school and got their degrees as psychologists and ended up working for frickin' Purina in a factory. Not everybody has the personality to, mindlessly take orders and not question authority. Yeah, I get it, Jen. I love it when people come in here and start citing their personal experiences like that's what everybody can experience or should be experiencing. Well, I did it. Why can't you? What's wrong with you, man? And then the generation of South Korea war vets. My dad is a South Korean war vet. Or a Korean war vet. Allegedly. He wears the hat of a veteran. What he did was he cooked. He was a cook in the army. Never made it out of the States. They were about to ship his ass to Korea. So what does he do? He shoots himself in the foot to keep from going. And to this day, he collects the check every month for his quote-unquote war wound. And wears that cap with pride. Veteran. I'm not here to debate whether or not what he did was the right thing, because, we shouldn't have been in Korea anyway. But to experience something like that and then spend the rest of your life beating other people in the head with how you succeeded and why can't they? That's no bueno. Well, I did it. Why can't you? Bootstrap, bootstrap. It's almost like people don't understand that we're different human beings, that we are not the same person. That we don't have the same experiences. I sat here and talked about my medical issues last night, and some BIYATCH logged in here and said, well, you're just going to have to go out there and get that kind of job because that's what's available. And I said, did you not just hear me talking about my medical condition? And she said, well, we all do things we don't want to do to survive. And I said, do you understand that you're asking me to put my health at risk? And then, of course, they get on the internet and Google, oh, you said you had a prolactinoma. Well, here's what a prolactinoma truly is. And I thought, how many of you people have been to the doctor with me to talk to the specialists that I talk to? Well, by definition, a prolactinoma is not benign or not malignant and doesn't affect your life. And I'm like, what? Just how much ignorance does it take to Google something like that and then profess to be an expert? The kitties are right here. They're, I gave them some of their treats. So there's Sourpuss and there's Chester. I gotta clean out their food dish. It's looking nasty. Oh yes, it's my attitude that got me, that ended my job this past Friday. Not the fact that the contract ran out and there's no more work. It's my attitude that caused my pipes to rupture in my house. It's my attitude that caused my neighbor to come across the street and threaten my life and the life of my cats. It's my attitude. Could you please say something dumber? I'm done with you, Grandpa. God. If only you'd smile more. Jen, I love you. I fucking love you. If only I'd smile more. while people are being abusive. I know. If I were just nicer to people while they were being abusive, then my whole world would be shinier. Jen, I don't think you understand. You're asking me to be something I can't keep that facade up long enough to, you know. Besides, I'm not going to walk into a job talking like this. Oh, Jesus. I mean, you know, change everything about yourself and then people will like you. Don't be funny. Don't be intelligent. Don't have a voice that took you years to develop. Don't do that. Don't be smarter than the people, you know, commenting. Don't do that. Yes, you keep saying that, and if you will quit asking and listen, you will hear the story. But I'm not in the mood today to do the 2-hour spiel. So if you really want to know, you can go back and watch the videos. But I'm not going through it today. I'm not going to kowtow to trolls and people making demands of my time. Okay? I hope you understand. I've already had a nosebleed this morning and I'm just about over it. No problem. I deal with hundreds of trolls, and I'm over it. And they all come in here and say the same thing. I'm new. What's your story? I know. It's but women aren't allowed to express anger, are they? If only your attitude would change. If only somebody logged in here, you're argumentative and combative, or argumentative and something. I don't know. Argumentative because I disagree with you? Because I know more about my situation than you do? Okay. Am I supposed to tell you that you're right when you don't even know my frickin' last name? You don't know my heartache. You don't know what I dream about doing. You don't know what I'm terrified of. You don't know me. How dare you tell me what I need to be doing and how I need to be doing it? She's a liar. She's a liar. She's a scammer. She's a scammer. She's not homeless. She's not homeless. She has a house. She has a house. And now I have a bad attitude. A lot of people pop in here, they don't say hi, they're like, they start demanding answers. And I know right away that they're from one of the troll groups. Hi, how are you? I don't recognize your name, so I hope you're good. I have a feeling that a lot of these people are in this, in this situation. Well, I live on $15,000 a year. Why can't you? I'm like, I know you got to be miserable. And you want me to be miserable with you? Is that the deal? Yeah, there are. And they all are on the internet. Thank you, Bill Gates, for making it possible for every single twitching sphincter to be online in the world. And not only that, but if you live in certain countries, you can get a job being paid to be a twitching sphincter online. Doesn't that sound like fun? That sounds like one of those questions people ask me when they're trying to manage my time. No, I am not here just to vent. There you go, Jen. Thank you. Everything I touch has turned to absolute shit in the last 6 months. And every time I ask for help, I'm accused of being a scammer. So by all means, Mom, why don't you come up with a game plan for me that will actually work? Because I look for work every damn day of my life. I'm eating out of soup cans. I don't, hey. No, I'm done telling people what my plans are because the next thing I know, 2 days later, it's in my face. Well, I thought you said you were going to, and we're done with that. I'm not going to allow my own words to be used against me by a troll anymore. People are way too fucking mean. Ugh. So if you think you can come in here and start making demands about what I'm doing and who I'm doing it with and where I'm doing it and where do you live and where's your car sitting and what's that building behind you, stop it. Yeah. But it's not just the going backwards. I mean, at least I had people to talk to. I could log in here and talk to people. But the trolls have even taken that away from me. So you're just here to vent? Don't you have any family that can help you? Why aren't you working 2 jobs instead of just one? Somebody said that to me yesterday. Sometimes we need to do things that we don't want to do. Like it's a choice for me. Oh, sourpuss. You stuck your head in the... Here. God. I was dropping crumbs of freeze-dried fish for them, and she stuck her head in it. If that's the case, YVG, I'm sorry. Please understand that I'm just... I am at the end of my tether. Sorry. Oh, God. But I mean, when I sit up all night long crying and not being able to breathe properly because I'm and I know I can't talk about it online because there's going to be some see you next Tuesday who logs in and says, oh, what a performance. Go back and watch the videos of me with pneumonia. I was so sick I could barely breathe, and people were commenting, and the Oscar goes to LOL. Oh my God. Hey, kitty. Fuzzy paper towels. 10-10. Oh, God. And they never come up with any new insults, Lazy, fat, stupid, worthless, ugly. I had been hearing this crap since I was about 3 years old. Hi, Jen. Seriously, I've been hearing this crap since I was about 3. It's amazing that I have made it as far in life as I have, considering what I've been through. I know a lot of people who would have laid down and quit, and did, going through far less. And I'm not saying I'm a strong human being. I'm not tooting my own horn here. I'm just marveling at the fact that I made it through. Shit, I'm surprised I survived my first 72 hours. I was a month premature, which was a big deal back in the dark ages, I caught measles in the hospital. The doctor was feeding me condensed milk instead of anything nutritious. No wonder I wouldn't eat it. And I was losing weight. And they sent my mother home. And rather than demanding that, they allow her to stay, she went home. She went home. She left me there alone. And so for the next week, I continued losing weight. And they called her and said, she didn't even name me. They had to call her and tell her, you need to come up here and give this baby a name for the unalive certificate. So she went up there and named me after my father's mistress to let him know she knew what he was doing while she was in the hospital having his child. And then I got better, and I started getting better. So I know the trolls have made a big thing about me not using my real name online. That's not my fucking name. That's not my name. Stella was my grandmother's name. My mother didn't like her mother because she was emotional. And she absolutely threw a fit when people were terrible to her. My mother called her hysterical. I have a feeling I would have liked my grandmother a whole bunch. So, my name is Stella. And I don't care what you think of that. But seriously, I've been hearing the insults, the trolls. I'm like, oh, you think I'm stupid? Yeah, okay. Why are you here? If I am such a terrible person, why are you here? Yeah, well, I think we all do that in the long run, don't we? I mean, younger women, not so much. They tend to be who they are told to be because they're terrified of not fitting in and not being loved. But once you get support, no, they're my companions, but they're not my support. I don't have any support. I thought I had made a couple of friends here. Not friends at all. They saw the viewership go tick, 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 and they were like, yay, I can start my platform with her. I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I know they were policing my behavior and telling me, okay, you need to make an update every day, and you need to do lives a couple of times a day, and you need to have, when you get boxes from people, you need to have unboxings and make videos about them. And you go back and you'll see. You'll see that they're happening, that they actually happened for a while. Until, it took me a little bit, and I was like, wait, what? What? I'm not running a business of being in this situation. I'm simply asking for help. That's all I'm doing, is I'm just asking for help. Because look at me, I'm a freaking mess. Quit asking me to bootstrap, bootstrap, bootstrap. Look at me, I'm a mess. Sorry. I am a mess and I need help. What do you want me to do? Say I'm sorry for being a mess? Oh, believe me, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry to you guys, but I wish it weren't like this. Stepping around a dumpster to pee at night because all the bathrooms are closed. Can't have people who don't have homes using the bathroom. That would be unsanitary. We can't have them using the bathroom at night. They've got to go pee on a bush. And that is what I need. I need friends. I need people who will metaphorically help me hide the body. You know? You know that expression? There was a t-shirt in the 80s that said, friends don't just lie to the cops, they help you hide the body. I thought it was funny. You guys are so badly behaved. Yeah, you took wads of food out of the dish and spit them onto my coat. Foof? Don't foof at me. You should see my coat. There's little bitty bits of duck on it because Miss Thing decided to spit the food out. Oh my gosh, look at this mess. It's everywhere. I've never had a best friend in my entire life. My parents moved us around a lot. I went to 14 different schools before graduating. Started in the Bahamas. Moved all over Florida. I was being sent to a... So this is how weird my upbringing was. I was being sent to a Pentecostal type school at one point, where they taught things like the man should be the head of the household and that kind of shit. And it was actually less stressful than being at home. And it was the PACE learning system, if you know what that is. You read a pamphlet, then you go up to this testing area and you take a multiple choice test. And if you pass it, then you go on to the next one. Well, I wasn't cheating. You know, I wasn't cheating. But apparently, my dad's wife's oldest son was. And they had all sorts of congratulations for him because he was, quote unquote, the smartest kid in school. And I was the second smartest. Well, what does that tell you? I was doing it without cheating. Didn't know that until many years later. But Anyway, I actually thrived there somewhat. I was part of a softball team, and there was a chance that I was looking at a scholarship because I was a good player. So then the girls decided that they didn't like me because I was the best player on the team, and I would see them about to fail, miss a shot or something, and I would run up and catch it. I would run up and spike the ball or whatever and, make the point. And, oh, that upset them. Well, some of us want to play too. So, okay. So one day we're out practicing, right? We're practicing in the grass. I had my shoes off, and there was this much of a stump of a tree that was about this big around, sticking up out of the ground, piece of wood, very sharp. And it cut through my sock and into my heel. And when I stepped down on it, I said, shit, under my breath. Well, one of the teachers was out there, and he heard me. He said, what did you say? I said, shoot. I was 16 years old. Of course I said shit, You hear it at home, you don't think anything of it. Oh, well, you need a paddling. And I looked right at him and I said, mister, you are not putting your hands on my 16-year-old backside. Well, then they threw me out of the school because I called them out. And probably the best thing that could have happened to me, because had I been subjected to that for another couple of years, I might have fallen into the indoctrination. Just because it was so much nicer there than being at home. You know what I mean? But knowing my dad, he would have screwed it up anyway. There would have been, something that he did to make sure that we could no longer go there or something, My brothers didn't graduate from that school either, so. Does it look like I've had a shower? Oh, here we go. The trolls have arrived. See? Ladies and gents. If you can't be polite, you're not welcome here. No, I can't. Yeah, I recognize the name. They were part of the dog pile yesterday. Okay. Well, stick around, you'll hear it. There are no easy answers. There are no easy answers. Okay, Jen. Have a good day. See? There's the troll. I still have a house, Lexi. You know that. Yes, I was not looking for a heater for it. I was looking to repair the heating system already in it. See the trolls? Here they are. You're a lion! You have a house! Well, then how did you know that information? I don't know that. I'm new. Where'd you get your information then? If you're new. Well, then keep looking. Or better yet, just go away. They come in here and they pull that crap and they lie. And they expect me to, oh, well, I'm being nice to you. No, you're not. You're being passive aggressive as fuck. And you think I'm too stupid to recognize that. You're not nearly as sneaky as you think you are, people. This is not my first rodeo. I've been putting up with this shit for weeks and weeks. Hey, Sourpuss. Hey, Sourpuss. What? Yes, Sourpuss is very cute. What? I just gave you food. You don't want the food? Does it not have enough treats sprinkled on it? Do you need more treats? I have to put some treats on their food. Give me just a minute. Oop. Oh my god, she's a scammer, she's a scammer. She's not broke, she has Andy's mints. Alright, that's it. They are very cute. The problem is that they know they're cute. They work that cute button. Sourpuss is queen of the side eye. She will look at you and then go. I don't know about you, girly cat. Running out of room. Maybe chocolate will make me feel better. That makes your brain, stimulates your brain to make endorphins, doesn't it? I do too. I love Andy's mints. I was in a gas station nearby and I had asked for, I said, do you guys carry mint chip ice cream? No. I said, please. He said, oh, but we have these. I said, oh, really? How much are they? $2? I said, he said, nobody buys them. I'm like, why do people not buy Andy's mints? He said, I don't know. You want them? So he gave me 3 of them. Yeah. Steph, I have actually. You can either DM me pictures, Or I have a post up where I invite people to post pictures of their kitty cats. And somebody posted, I don't know who it was, somebody posted a picture of a black or dark colored kitty last night. And he's laying on a couch with his head upside down, and the eyes are, you know, as big as saucers. And oh my God, how cute this cat is. I'm like, my cats are definitely alley cats. I mean, I love them like crazy. But they're not like Christmas card cute. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't matter to me because I love them. It's their personalities that, you know, I love. My poor little old kitties are the girl with a cute personality. But anyway, I mean, Sourpuss looks kind of mean. You know? Yeah. Neither one of these guys have the clipped ear. Chester has battered ears from fighting with raccoons. Yeah, I saved their lives. And, you know, I've never had a cat that was just too frickin' adorable for words. You know, I've never had one of those cats. I don't know where people find those cats. It's okay. Like I said, I walked into the shelter and I didn't look for the cutest cat. I looked for, because those cats are going to find homes. You know what I'm saying? I went in and asked for the most unadoptable one. Okay. Show me the cat that needs the most love. That's the one I asked for, you know? The one who's not going to make it. And when they handed Chester to me, he was like this big ball of nothing. He didn't move. He didn't respond to me at all. And I realized that he had been in that cage way too long. So he came home with me right then. I was like, okay, I'm taking him home. Oh, yes. Mwah. Yeah. Hi, baby rat. Right into my arms. Because we love one another, don't we, buddy? Yeah. Huh? I love baby Chester. Are you full of sass, huh, today? I see your whiskers are growing out. That's nice. Yeah? His whiskers quit growing for some reason. I have no idea why. But they're growing again. Maybe it's the good food. I'm stellar. Thank you, Gabby. Some of the times I am. Sometimes I'm just fed up. I'll have to go back and see if I can find that picture of that adorable, huge eyes, squished little face, great big fuzzy paws, adorable kitty, so cute. Oh God, no, no God, you don't want to do that. I know you're kidding. I know you're an adult, but no, you don't want to be just like me. I can show you what strength looks like, but you know, how that manifests for you is something completely different. It's important, I believe, in my humble opinion, to shout down dissenting voices. When people come at you with hate and criticism, I don't care who it's from. I don't care who it's from. You tell them immediately, hey, Discover. Okay. You tell people, I don't care what you think. You know? I think witchcraft is the original feminist movement, and I'm absolutely in admiration of everything they try to accomplish. I think male-dominated religions have done their very best to turn witchcraft into something evil, and it's not. It's earth-based and woman-based and healing and meditative. Yay, Discover! Join the chocolate party. I don't practice witchcraft, but I understand it. And I appreciate it for what it is. What's a green witch? I don't, Gabby, I don't believe in those. I don't believe in hell, okay? I don't believe in hell. Hell didn't even exist as a concept until Dante's Inferno. Hell was seen as separation from the divine, not a place. So it's a very evangelical concept, this stuff about hell and rapture and stuff like that. So those are all concepts that I don't embrace. Oh, cool, Steph. Yeah, I believe in a universal consciousness that is very much active in the world. It's not benign. It doesn't just sit back. When you align yourself with that universal consciousness, your life becomes what it's supposed to be. And who is to say that I wasn't meant to be here talking to you guys about a universal consciousness as opposed to working some shit McDonald's job today? We have very strange ideas in this life about what is success and what is failure. Hey, Lynn. Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the 1 penny of which, yeah, I don't believe that, Gabby. That is a belief I don't adhere to. Thank you for the 1 penny rose of which TikTok will take 60%. Yeah. I think the current the current state of things here, right here at home, have proven to us that we needn't cross borders to find moral depravity and bankruptcy. I mean, if you want to know what moral depravity is, log into Twitter. Or Facebook. My straw collection. Thank you. Can never have... Well, you know, a lot of places these days have... resorted to using the cheapest possible paper products they could ever get their hands on. And that includes straws. So you go into a store to get a straw, and it's this tiny, narrow plastic little thing that collapses the minute you try and pull any fluid up into it. And it's actually a coffee stirrer in a paper protector. And they call them straws. So when I find decent straws that I know aren't going to collapse, I save them. Because in the car, the last thing I want is an open drink. Yeah. It's like the quality of toilet paper that's gone down over the last 40 years. Toilet paper used to be a thing of beauty. You used to be able to use 3 or 4 squares to get the job done. And it didn't fall apart, and your fingers didn't go through it, you know, which is a nightmare. And you could get clean. You could do the job with 4 squares. Now it's you know, I mean, you gotta have 4 or 5 long pulls to make sure your fingers don't go through the toilet paper. It's nuts. And oh, by the way, you want a conspiracy theory? Here you go. Who makes the majority of the country's toilet paper? Georgia Pacific. Who owns Georgia Pacific? The Koch brothers. The Koch family. They don't care whether or not we have decent things in the world. we're living decent lives. They want to know just how much degradation we will put up with. And they assume, like Dan Rather said, Americans will put up with anything rather than traffic jams. So one time it's okay to lose your cool. I had a guy the other day. I'm coming out of Aldi. I had parked in the handicap spot because, oh no, it was Petco. Because I had the cats in the car and I wanted to be near the door, yes. But also, if anybody's seen me walk around the car, I walk with a limp, you know. I just don't have the tags. I'm a lot sicker than most people I see with handicap tags, right? So, for me, going to the trouble and expense of going to the doctor to get a note to say that I need handicap tags, no. So, I get out of the car, or I get in the car, and I have tripped in the store. So now my knee and hip are killing me. I get the food in the car. I close the door. The shopping cart is parked right next to my door in the blue line area where nobody parks. Some a-hole, some twitching sphincter driving a big black douchey truck gets out of his car and says, "Oh, here, let me take care of that." And I was like, "Handicap, do you see it? Having a hard time here. Is that okay with you, asshole?" He then turns around, walks behind my car, and parks the cart behind my car. Because he has a point to prove. The handicapped person, rather than just being nice about it, he had to be a douche. So, I got even. I'm in a car with 2 cats. I have plenty of ammo, buddy, you know? The last thing you want to do is start a poop slinging contest with me. Because you are gonna lose. But see, that's the thing. People expect others, and especially women, oh, I found 2 more straws, to react to inappropriate behavior with shock and dismay rather than taking it up a notch. Because women don't take it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? We stand there with our phones out going, "Oh, you're going to hit me in the face? Let me record it." I mean, we still don't teach our daughters to defend themselves. My mother used to... Alright, so your story is anecdotal. It is not indicative of women as a group. And women as a group are not as aggressive as men. Period. So your story, while anecdotal and charming, I'm sure, is not indicative of what is happening in society. Homeless people, yay. Okay, well. Gabby, what am I going to do with you? Oh, joy. Here come the scammers. Or the trolls. They're in here. Oh, yes. Yes, they are. Yep, they're here. Hi, Mickey. Welcome back, GH. God, you'd think, you know. Hi, T. Louise. Hi, user 48. Congratulations, Gabby. I'm very happy for you that you have lived such a life of privilege. Hi, baby rat. Hey, baby rat. Hey. Welcome back, Discover. There you go. Is that a little better? There you go, baby. No Betsy Reed here as far as I know. Unless they're, you know, in the troll group. The people who hang out and don't say anything until they get a chance to say something snotty. Well, they can follow you without following you into the live. You see what I'm saying? What they're doing is when you follow somebody, it means that you can find their name again in your list of people that you've followed. That's all. Doesn't mean that they can follow you into this chat. Thank you, Gabby. I'm glad somebody does. If I have, I know I haven't said it today, at all. In the last, what, I've been here 2 hours. Links are in my profile, my dears. If you feel like you can help and you can afford to help and you're comfortable with that, please feel free to avail yourselves of those links. There's Cash App, Venmo, and GoFundMe. And if you can't afford it or you don't want to give, Don't feel like you're being pressured or guilted into gifting. You don't have to. Okay? Does anybody remember Strong Bad from like the 90s? The cartoon Strong Bad online? It was actually done by this. I mean, it was hilarious. If you get a chance to Google Strong Bad, really funny stuff. A lot of the stuff that was considered memes online back then was done by Hollywood writers, like Ask a Ninja. And Strong Bad was a cartoon. Absolutely hilarious. He used to take letters from fans and answer questions. But one of the things he used to say is, he had boxing gloves on all the time, right? So when he flipped somebody off, it was, you know, with a boxing glove on. And then there was the double deuce. So every now and then you'll see me giving people the double deuce. And that's where it comes from. It comes from Strong Bad. Well, they're grown now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you shouldn't feel guilty about that. As a matter of fact, they should have stayed with you and be helping you. And your ex should be helping you too. Just because you end a marriage doesn't mean you give up any sense of moral decency regarding that person. No, I don't. The shelters are full. There's a waiting list. And that waiting list won't end until spring. The shelters are also incredibly dirty and dangerous places. There's only 2 women's shelters in town, and there's, 24 for men. They are bullseyes full of, the city's most vulnerable women who are targets for predators. And they have head lice and body lice and crabs and bed bugs. And do I want to go stay in a shelter? No, I don't. As a matter of fact, I don't. Gabby, please watch your mouth, my friend. I am in Indiana, Mickey. High experience. Gabby, we can't talk about this stuff in chat. We can't. I'm telling you, you're gonna get these trolls are here to take down my page, and if you keep talking about this stuff, it's gonna cost me, not you. And I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you a different story, but you gotta watch what you say. Okay? I wish it weren't that way. I wish we could just let her all hang out and be a bunch of little old biddies talking about our lives. But these trolls have decided that I'm an evil person, and they are here with a vengeance to make sure that any little thing can be used against me. Yeah, they don't believe in that. They don't believe in that. they'll come in here and say something crappy to me and then report me for bullying them. So, and then they will DM, the people that start talking to me and start listening and tell them, she's a scammer, she's a scammer, she's a scammer, she lies, she lies, she lies. I'm going to make a dance. Do, 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 do. She lies, she lies, she lies, she's a scammer, she's a scammer, she's a scammer, she's a scammer, liar, liar, liar. Double deuce, double deuce. But they do it every day. Yesterday there were probably 150 of them in here, or maybe it was the same, 15 sphincters making account after account after account. Steph, you were here for a lot of it, weren't you? If you're here long enough, you will see the trolls attack. They can't resist. I'm like catnip to them. Probably because they know I will give them a good fight. I won't just, don't be mean to me. I'm stronger than they are. But how sad do you have to be as a human being to sit here and watch me day after day in this situation? And, my story hasn't changed I never told anybody I was homeless. Never, ever, 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 ever. Never told anybody I was homeless. Told people I was living in my car. There's a big difference there, people. It means I can't go home. And yet, she's a liar, she's a liar, she's a liar. She's a scammer, she's a scammer, she's a scammer. They have the tag in them, yes. That's to pull people in to listen to my story. You understand that, right? That I don't get help if I don't have a certain... They also say car and women and Christmas, but it ain't Christmas anymore. I will use whatever hashtag I need to pull people in so that they listen to my story, because I don't get help out of this situation unless people can hear me. So that's why I'm absolutely appreciative every time you trolls come at me, because you boost my ratings. You boost the number of people watching my videos. And you boost the gifts I get. So instead of wondering what I'm going to eat this week, I actually was able to buy some soup. So thank you. Do you feel me, bruh? God. It's almost like you guys have been on the internet all this freaking time and you don't know what a hashtag is for or how it's used. The bruh. Thank you, experience. I know, it's something else to log into to my area of the internet, my little corner, and hear a 65-year-old woman talk about, you feel me, bruh, yo? I had somebody ragging on me the other day for one of the accents, for two of the accents I were doing. You imitate Hispanic people. Well, what do you got to say? I wasn't making fun of them. I was just doing the accent because I was raised around them, Nice stuff. Tell him your name is not bruh. Tell him your name is Mom. That is your title, your job description, and your life calling. And you will appreciate it if he gives you the respect that comes with that title. Yep. Aww, I like that shirt. Oh, I like that shirt. Aww. What's he doing? Is he in college or what is he doing? Scammer. Yeah. So why is he living at, I mean, if he's making, reasonable money, why is he living at your husband's house, your ex's house? Just saving his money and not paying any bills, or? Oh God, that's not good. College is really hard to finish once you get pregnant. And that's not anecdotal, that's statistics. Oh, he does? Okay. Well, the economy is kind of crap now. I think that if I had a grown child who was living on their own, I would say, you know what? Why don't we move in together? We can put a dividing door up in the house or something so that you have your own space. And we can talk about you saving money for your own house instead of renting, And I don't understand why Americans push their kids out the door anyway. It's the only society who does that. I think it was a scam from the very beginning to do that, to break away from families. Hi, Barry Weston. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. And who knows what, amount of hate he's been taught. So. No, I don't. talk about my family. Unless I bring it up. Yeah. I'm very happy for you, Steph. Yeah. Gabby, don't use that word. It's all right. Do I want shares of what? Oh, share the live? Yeah, if you want to. Yeah. I don't know what good it does, but you know. So, what I want is 3 eggs over medium, and a pile of buttered rice, and some turkey bacon, and apple juice. And an avocado. Yes. With everything seasoning crackers. Yeah. Can you believe they charge $16 frickin' for 2 eggs on toast and 3 slices of smushed avocado? It's like, really? I'm so sorry, Discover. Yeah, I gave up on the dating sites. It was, a bunch of little old men living on their Social Security. And, they wanted to take me to Cracker Barrel. Okay, Steph. Have a good morning, sweetheart. Have fun. So I gave up on the dating sites because, I've already made 2 husbands well-to-do and imparted to them a certain amount of culture and class. I'm not into civilizing another one. Either they come civilized, they're already a finished work, and they're looking to help me. They see some value in me and want to help me make my life better, the things that I have extended to other people in this life, or I don't have time. I just don't have time. Men are work. Even in a situation where the woman is benefiting from the relationship, and God forbid that should happen these days. Men cry about money like little biznatches. But, and women give it without thinking. But we're still responsible for the majority of the cleaning and the cooking and the house maintenance, and God forbid you should actually want to lay down and go to sleep at 7:30 in the evening. Because, what are you doing? You're depriving me of my husbandly rights. I think every man who plays that card should be biznatch slapped with a dead fish. You know what I'm saying? So, hey Tam. I mean, work all day, spend 3 hours cleaning house, and don't you feel smexy now, you know? No, I feel like a 12-hour nap. See, I don't tolerate hoarders. I like organization. So I don't mind having a lot of stuff, but it has to be organized. So disorganization makes me crazy. So if you have a lot of stuff, that's fine. But if I were with a hoarder, it would be organized or it would be in the trash, and they would never know. I ended up staying with a hoarder not too long ago, a few months ago, for a couple of weeks, and I threw out so much of her shit. She had cut out articles from the newspaper and was saving them. I'm like, for fucking what? Oh, I'm an artist. And she had these books full of things where she had drawn stick figures and then pasted bits of articles in, and that was her art. Man, I threw out shit like there was no tomorrow. Yeah, it's crazy. I think she was just old. You know? Just old. It was when I first started at the grocery store, and I was sleeping on her couch, and I was working overnights, but that wasn't satisfactory to her. She would wake me up and ask me to go sit outside so that she could have her space. So I would take a blanket out there and sleep on the sidewalk. And even that became unacceptable to her. So, because, you know, people are sphincters. You know. And then the cats would use the litter box, and she'd say, I have to scoop this litter box. And I'm like, no, you don't. You just come let me know. Well, you're not here, and they use the litter box. And I'm like, okay, I'll scoop it when I get off work. Well, I want it scooped fresher than that. And I thought, oh my God, you're living in 6-foot piles of newspaper scraps, and you're worried about the fucking litter box? Really? But, you know, it was her space, so. Yeah. The thing is, I was trying to prevent her from ending up in an old folks' home because she was, you know, battier than an outhouse rat. And, she didn't listen. And, a couple of weeks ago, I got a call from a social worker. Do you know this person? I'm like, yeah, why? Well, she says, I'm like, you know, I think you need to consider the source. And do with that information what you will. I am not related to her, therefore I have no responsibility there. I tried to help her avoid the situation she now finds herself in, and was unable. So I did my good deed. Know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? Nah, I think not. Alright. No, I think not. Is anybody else creeped out when you see things like Jesus lover in somebody's profile? Is anybody kind of weirded out by the wording of that? Rather than I heart Jesus or something. Jesus lover. Isn't that kind of, I don't know, ew? Yeah, that's, I consider that to be a little weird. There are better ways to phrase that. I'll see you, Discover. Nice meeting you. Oh, I thought you were leaving. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Yeah, I mean, I saw the way things were going, I guess in about the 80s, and I quit publicly identifying my religion or my belief system. So I talk about aspects of what I believe, but I don't talk about what group I adhere to, what ism I follow. And I don't, I mean, if I disagree with somebody, if they start talking about religion, I'm quite comfortable standing up and saying, I don't believe that. There's no proof for that. There's only interpretation for that. So, and I can document where in Christianity that faith or that particular belief or originated. These are not the original teachings of the church, that kind of thing, So, I don't I think now especially people become a little fanatical in their beliefs and are not paying attention to where their donations, their quote unquote mandatory tithing is going, and what churches are doing with that money. And I think good, loving people would be horrified by what the churches do with the money. Gabby, take you down a notch, sweetheart. I think the only people who aren't divisive right now are some of the pastors that I see at the protests, who are standing out there extending love to the ICE officers and asking them to explain themselves. Did you guys know that a number of ICE agents are actually IDF? Did you know that? They're not even American citizens. They're IDF. What is IDF doing working for ICE? See, I told you that was the administration's private army. I told you guys. And just the other day I was looking, somebody has exposed an entire face recognition of hundreds of these officers, and they're freaking IDF. So, hey, Lucy. You know, I used to believe that the answer to the solution over there was a two-state solution. But that's not what one side wants. They want the total annihilation of the other. And, you know, what do you do with bullies? How are you, Lucy? I have to show you the cutest thing ever. Do you see that? So I'm going to put everybody on pause for a minute and run to the necessary, if that's okay. Well, I'm not asking permission, I'm just going. So I'm going to put everybody on pause for a minute and run to the necessary, if that's okay. Well, I'm not asking permission, I'm just going. Okay. Well, I'm not asking permission, I'm just going.
Back in a sec.
Oh. Hi. Oh, goodness. Thanks for the warning, Mickey. Oh. We have a couple different cups of undrunk coffee here, and it's too expensive anymore to throw out. So if it hasn't soured yet, you need to drink it, you know? So I also got myself 2 hot dogs without the buns because the oranges and chocolate just didn't, you know. I mean, my endorphins are in good shape and my vitamin C count is in good shape, but I needed some protein, so. And I know processed meat isn't the best thing, but where the hell else am I going to get protein? You know? That doesn't cost $15 a meal. Two hot dogs for $5. People ought to be ashamed of themselves. I want to put together a food cart so bad, and all I want to sell is stuff like jelly roll cake and egg salad sandwiches and chicken salad, you know, without sugar in it. Thank you. Sorry. You have to wave at people in traffic because otherwise they think you're slowing down just to irritate them, because it's all about them, you know? I had one guy rear-end me because he thought I was braking at all the stop signs just to piss him off. Because, you know, this is Indiana and we don't stop for stop signs here. Did Gabby take off? Oh no, she's still here. Behave, Gabby. You're gonna be my problem child, aren't you? No, ma'am, you may not have my mustard or my hot dog. No, Chester. You guys eat better than I do, for pity's sake. You have duck and salmon every day of your lives. I'm eating hot dogs. But Mom, we love you. So, I don't know. This world has become a strange place. We rely on our opinions rather than listening to our intellectual authorities. We crucify people who try and help us. We emulate people who are set out to destroy us. We haven't the self-composure to go to people who are talking about us and say, hey, can we sit down and talk? I'd like to know. Without feeling as though we're being attacked or attacking. Isn't that right, trolls? Gabby, it's not all about you, sweetheart. When I say things like that, I'm talking about society as a whole and our behavior as a society. I don't understand why people feel the need to shove. I don't understand why people can't sit down and talk with one another and be polite about it and be honest in the process. You know, if you go to somebody and say, somebody said this about you, be prepared to tell them who it is, because otherwise you're just repeating gossip. And then if they tell you, well, I'll have a conversation with them about that, drop it. It's none of your business. You shouldn't have repeated it in the first place. You should have known better than to believe it. Come on. People come in here swearing up and down that they're Christians. And it's like they don't understand the fruits of the Spirit. If you're a Christian, then these things weigh on your mind and you try and make them happen for yourself. And not just for those you feel as though deserve it. Because all people are deserving of the universe's love. And you, my dears, are not the universe's police force. Oh my God. These hot dogs are terrible. But they sure are hitting the spot. I'm going to have a stomach ache in a minute. All right. Here's a piece for you. Here, Chester. Right here. Here, right here. She gets her own piece. You each got one bite, except Chester, you got two because you stole her first bite. So. You're a bratty catty. So, well, not much going on right now. I'll come back later. I need a break. We've been on for about, what, 4 hours? So I'm going to run along. You guys have a good morning or evening or afternoon or whatever it is in your time zone. And I'm going to go sit and wonder what the hell I'm doing. Or I don't know. Anyway, bye guys. Talk to you later. Wonder what the hell I'm doing. Or I don't know. Anyway, bye guys. Talk to you later.